Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this webinar tonight. I hope you'll enjoy it. More importantly, I hope that you're going to get some good stuff out of it and have some techniques that you can take away and use immediately so you can get immediate pain relief and be feeling good all the time. And so it's been a beautiful day. I hope you had a lovely day today and you've had done some interesting things. I just want to check before we start that you can hear me, and you can raise your hand at any time if you need to ask a question or you're not clear about something. Please go ahead and raise your hands, and you'll find that in the little box to your right. It should be, and just raise your hand if you have a question. And if you do have any questions, pop it in the chat box anytime during the webinar, and we'll get to the Q&As at the end. And so just checking around if everyone can hear me okay. Please just raise your hands if you can all hear me okay, and if you can see the screen. You can just let me know. That's fantastic, thank you. And okay, so we have a few people on the webinar tonight, so I hope that you're going to get some good stuff from it tonight. And just to give you a bit of a background about where I'm coming from in all of this, I've been a therapist for many years, most of my working life, and I love healing. I love helping people to change things in their body and know that they can change things in their body. And I'm really excited to show you how this is done, how to do it for yourself. And these techniques, although they are I specialize in serious pain and chronic and long-term pain, these techniques can be used for any niggles or headaches or aches and pains, and also emotional and mentally. If you find that, like me, if you find that your day goes up and down emotionally and different things come and go in the day and you might get a bit negative or things can overcome your mind and it's difficult to stop you thinking about something that's negatively affecting you, these techniques are going to help you with that too. And these techniques are all about helping you to center, to be in that lovely flow and balance, and to know what to do at any time that you feel that things are off center for you or negative or not going your way. And especially if you're feeling discomfort in your body in any sort, either physically or emotionally or even mentally, these techniques are exactly for that, to get you back into that lovely space, that good feeling, that flow, and that healing place, so you can get rid of any niggles or physical pain or discomfort. Okay, so just before we start, just checking around, everyone can hear me okay. Please raise your hands. And do you see where the hands option is in the chat box for you? That's fantastic, thank you. And everyone can hear me all right? And can you see the screen okay? Everything's fantastic. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, my name's Althea, and I'm a pain-free specialist, and I specialise in helping women with chronic or long-term pain. I've been suffering probably for years and years, often, and so I help you to tap into the natural healing system, which is in your body, which is in you, to get rid of the symptoms and get back to the life that you really want to be living. So this webinar is to give you the tactics, the techniques to do exactly that, to get rid of the pain. Okay, let's move on. So just to let you know, this is my first webinar, and I hope that it all goes smoothly, but please bear with me if it all goes pear-shaped, and I just want to make sure that you have the techniques, and I want you to go over something really good here, so please don't worry about the techie side of things. Okay, so this is about discovering how to find the hidden blocks that keeps your aches and pains trapped in your body so that you can finally get rid of it without pills and potions or painful surgery. You can do it, it's within your system, and I'm going to show you how. So just to make sure you're in the right place for this webinar, and this is the right thing, I don't want you wasting your time. This is for you if you're struggling with chronic or long-term pain. And as I said earlier, that these techniques can be used for very simple conditions like headaches or aches and pains and an aching back and any sort of negative thought even. These techniques are to get to your center and to allow things to flow. But especially if you're dealing with chronic long-term pain, right, they're marvelous for that. So you're in the right place. If you've been struggling with something forever and you just want to get rid of it, you're fed up, your body's changing, your life seems to be changing before your eyes, and you're ready to move on and let it go. Even the doctor's looking you off, and you're being sent to perhaps pain clinics for management, and you're starting to wonder whether you're ever going to feel normal again, or is this your life now? And in this training tonight, you're going to get rid of physical pain immediately. I'm going to show you the technique, how to address it, and get the healing effects, pain releasing effects immediately. And in this training also, you're going to understand how to listen to your body's signals so that you can let go of the pain. I'm going to show you how to do that. And also how you can support your whole life and to always feel healthy and happy. Now, I know that's quite a massive statement, and obviously life goes up and down, and you know, things get thrown at us and curveballs, and you get thrown off things from moment to moment even. But this is how to keep yourself in a centered space no matter what's being thrown at you. My promise to you from this webinar is that by the end of the training, you'll know how to make yourself pain-free straight away and never have to suffer again. So as I said, you know, I know life goes up and down, and that's life, isn't it? But you'll have the techniques, how to keep yourself centered and be on that bobbing sea, and know how to keep smiling, know how to be happy, and more importantly, how to let go of niggles and pains that may crop up. So just checking that you can all hear me okay, just before I move on. And thank you so much for everybody to join me tonight. And we've just started, but if you do have any questions, pop them in the chat box and I'll see those. And we'll have a Q&A at the end of the webinar. But if you, just to check that you can hear me and okay, and you can see the webinar on your screen okay. If you can just raise your hand, that'd be great. Okay, so just moving forward now. Fantastic, thank you very much. So here's how the call's going to run, how the webinar is going to run, and what to expect. We'll be going for about approximately 45 minutes. Depends how long, around about 45 minutes. It might take a little bit less, a little bit more. I hope you can stay for the webinar. And please turn off any distractions, turn off your phone, turn off your Facebook. I know who you are, and turn off the cat videos, because I want you to get the best from this training tonight. And you'll need to be focusing on it and trying out some of the techniques I'm going to show you. So to get the most of it and get the pain relief and to know how these techniques work properly, you'll need to have concentration and focus. And so turn off any distractions. And as I said, type your questions in the chat box or raise your hand if you want to say something. We'll have a Q&A at the end. And I have a little gift for you for those who stay to the end of the webinar. I have a special bonus, and only for those who stay until the end, you will get a free half-an-hour deep healing meditation from me. And this is an MP3 that you can download for yourself and use over and over again. And this deep healing meditation is going to be fabulous for when you're in a real slump or suffering with deep-seated pain, and it's really just overcoming you and having a rough old day. This meditation is brilliant. You just switch it on, let yourself listen to it. It takes half an hour, and I'm going to talk you through how to take yourself through the healing process. And by the end of that, you'll be feeling fantastic, and you're going to be in a different space, a different place, and feeling very different. And your mood will have lifted, and the niggles would have eased. So this is I'm giving this away for everyone who's staying till the end of the webinar. So well worth it. So who is it for? Does it sound like you? Does your pain wake you up at night? Are you waking up at night with this, with what you're dealing with? Do you just want to feel better, but you're not quite sure how to do that? Are you popping pills and medication, but you don't really want to? and you're not even sure if that's actually helping you or if it's the right thing long term, perhaps looking for something else. Have you had every test that's going, you've been backwards and forwards to the doctor, the hospital, and testing for this and testing for that, but you're still not really sure about exactly what's going on with your body, and it's even getting worse? Does the pain stop you from doing the things you really want to be doing? Are you wanting to be doing certain things and you're organizing yourself around your day and your activities because of depending on the pain that you're dealing with and the conditions and the symptoms that you're handling at the moment? Do you have to rearrange your life over this? Are you doing everything that you're supposed to be doing? All the advice from the doctor, everything you've picked up from the internet and friends and the things you know yourself, but it's still not quite working for you. You've still got things going on with your body that are not quite sorted or cleared. You're doing everything, but it's not working. I have wonderful news for you. Everything that I just mentioned is not the real problem. The real problem is that you haven't made the shifts. You don't have the steps to get rid of it. One second, I have a hand up. Just let me see if you can if you have a question, write into the chat box and I'll see that and I'll be able to see what, if you have a question. You can hear the screen and you can hear my voice. Fantastic, that's perfect. Thank you for that. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get going. What are these steps? What are these shifts? So these shifts, once you get them, you will be able to stop pain in its tracks. I am not kidding. You'll be able to recognize the triggers. You'll feel them rising in you. You'll feel your mood shift or your thoughts coming into your head. You'll recognize the oncome of here it comes again, and you'll be able to stop things from ever developing. You'll see the triggers in you, and recognize them, and know exactly what to do. You'll be able to live your life to the full again. You'll start doing the things you really want to be doing, coming from an impassioned place and with drive and vigor, instead of being held back by painful conditions. You'll know that if any pain or discomfort does arise, that you'll know exactly what you can do to get rid of it. You'll know the techniques straight away. The only thing you need to know is that there are just 4 steps to finally heal your body without pills or operations or anything weird. I'm not going to tell you how to stand on your head or do anything strange. They're going to be very straightforward, 4 very straightforward, actionable things to do. And once you get the practice of it, they'll be like second nature. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that today. So who am I? Who is this person telling me how to get rid of my pain? And what does she know about my body? Okay, well, as I said in the beginning, my name's Althea, and I'm a pain-free specialist. I help women, specifically in chronic or long-term pain, by tapping into their body's natural healing system to get rid of the symptoms and get back the life they really want to live. My clients get pain relief immediately, even if they've been suffering for years and years, months and months, years and years. These techniques work immediately. My speciality is helping women in pain to see things from a different perspective, to listen to and understand their body's signals so that they can clear the pain and live their life as full again. That's what I want from you. So here's how I came to discover this. Having worked with loads of clients who were all struggling with pains, niggles, headaches, all sorts of stresses and tensions in their bodies, I came to realize that although they had wonderful treatments and they felt fantastic and they're very thankful, they walked out. This is when I used to do hands-on technique, and they walked out feeling fab, but they'd come back a week later, a month later, sometime later, same again, same again. So I started to realize, you've got to know this yourself. You've got to get it yourself, so you know the ABC of how to help yourself immediately, especially when things are getting really serious and the body's changing and perhaps you don't know what's going on, so you'll know what's going on. You know how to deal with it, so you can feel pain-free and feeling good no matter what life throws at you. So this is when I started to develop the 4 steps to pain-free, and then things really started to happen. Symptoms evaporated, energy returns, symptoms disappear. I'm not kidding. Bones align, joints get back into place, and you'll feel fantastic and wonderful side effects too. So here's what you must know first. It's all about the flow, and the first thing to know is that your body is not your enemy. And what I see is that it's natural that when we get pains and aches and things perhaps you don't understand, and diseases, and maybe even an accident, and it's happening to you, and you're dealing with all sorts of different conditions or symptoms, that the symptoms and the conditions become the thing. But it's like, you've got to cut it out or throw drugs at it and fix it and sort out the body. But the truth is, your body is physical expression of you. It's you in physical form. It's you, your feelings, your thoughts in physical form. And your body is not your enemy. Everything is in flow, and it's all about the flow. Everything's in flow. The world turns, and the sun comes up, and the moon comes up, and your body flows, your blood flows, and your thoughts flow. Things happen, your day rolls out. It's all about the flow, and it's all about getting into the flow. And this is what the techniques were specifically about. Letting go of the symptoms, finding out what's going on with your body, and allow things to flow. You don't have to fix your pain. What's that mean? You don't have to fix your pain. It's come here to be fixed. You don't have to fix your pain. Your body already knows how to do that. Your body knows how to do it. When you cut yourself, what happens? You tell your body, fix please, heal, blood get there, sort it out, sort out the germs, give me a scab, sort out that cut. No, the body does it. What happens when a heart beats? We don't tell it to beat, do we? A heart beats. Your body knows how to heal. Your body knows how to fix your pain. Your body is amazing. Your body is beautifully synchronized, and it's immaculate. It's perfect. Your body is perfect, and you don't have to fix anything at all. Isn't that good to know? Your job is to center and allow, and these are what the techniques are about. This is what the techniques will show you. You don't have to fix a thing, even if that wound is happening there, or the headache's thumping. If your aches and pains and your back hurts, you don't have to fix anything. Isn't that great to know? And your job, all you've got to do is center and allow. And I'll show you how to do that. Easy peasy. Step 1. Here it is. Here's the big moment. The big steps. Here's step 1. The first thing is to focus on the pain. So if you have a niggle right now, or if you have a negative slump and a feeling or emotional mood today, or right now, if you have a niggle, an ache or a pain, if you have any serious symptoms, focus on the pain right now. Feel the pain. Where is it? Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Relax your body as best you can. Open your palms. Let your hands sit on your lap. Palms are open and uncrossed. Uncross your feet and close your eyes. Take some nice deep breaths and feel into the center of your pain, or your trouble, or your issue, or your negative thoughts, or whatever's going on for you. Feel into the pain right now. So what does that mean? Feel where it is. Where's the sharpness of it? Where's the belly of it? Where is it? So what's happening in there? Just feel it. Feel it. And sometimes the mind likes to take over at this point and throw thousands of thoughts at you. What's this? What's that? Mind loves details. So we're just going to say, thank you, mind, that's okay. But bring your attention back to the pain, back to the niggle, that joint, that issue, that negative thing, whatever it is, focus and feel into the center of it. How deep is it? How far does it go? How far does it stretch? Is it sharp? Is it comes and goes? Is it throbbing? Is it mild? What's happening with it? Where is it in your body? Feel where it is. Explore with your mind and your feelings. Explore where it is. And it's not about getting any answers here. It's about connecting with what's happening. And that's all you need to do. Make sure you're breathing nicely and nice and deeply. And relax your body as best you can. Be in a comfortable position. Arms are open. No distractions. Come back to the focus and close your eyes. Focus into where it is in your body. What muscles, bones, what area, what part of the skin, what area. Just feel it. Explore like a child. Like you're just exploring like a child, experimenting. Connect and flow with it. So as I said just now, so nice deep breathing, and you're just going to head on to your pain. If it's really intense, breathe into it and just be with it, like a tantrum child or like an animal in pain. You're just going to sit and focus and hold hands with what's going on for you right now, whether it's emotional pain, whether it's mental pain or headaches or physical, whatever it is. Stay with it, and you're going to just consciously connect up with what's happening for you. Breathe into the intensity. Breathe into, if it's not intense, if it's quite mild, just breathe into the center of it. Breathe into how you're feeling right now. Relax your body as best you can. Make sure your breath is deep and slow. Relax your shoulders and focus in on the pain. Focus in just where it is. And you might find it moves around. You might find it comes and goes. You might find that your focus wanders. Just keep coming back to the center of what's happening for you and what you want to change. Focus into the center of that. So here's Jenny. Jenny is working with recently. Jenny had polio for pretty much all her life, as far back as she can remember. And she's now 67. And she was in constant chronic pain. How does somebody cope with that? Well, one of the ways that we cope with intense, constant pain is that it affects everything else about us. It affects sleep, it affects your mood, for women especially, because it affects our periods, for example. And for Jenny, it affected her mood very much, and she got very low and very depressed over this, and really tough for her. But she gave the steps a go. She didn't believe they were going to work for her, and like lots of people, and but she gave them a go anyway. And not only was she pain-free, but it lifted her spirits and made her feel good. And she so she was having a pain-free week, and from a life of polio. So see how, you know, pain can be really intense and long term, but these techniques lift you immediately. And her daughter was so amazed that her daughter went out of her way to call me and say, thank you so much, you know, she's changed, she's a different woman, she's warm, and her mother, Jenny, gave her daughter a massage, and she looked lovely. She's never done that. She was warm with her hands, and see how you know, our pain affects everything. When you're not feeling good in yourself, it affects your mood, and it affects how you behave with other people, and it affects how you think and your reactions and what you say and how you feel in yourself. So here's step 2. The first step is the most important step, the connecting and addressing with what's going on for you. But the second step is also is like a follow on from that, and that's to start listening to it. So what does that mean? To listen, hear, and understand what's happening with our pain. Your painful symptoms are a reflection of your thoughts and feelings, and our body is you, as I said, and your mind is you. It's a different part of you. Your mind is you, and how you feel, that's another part of you. And you know, we have many multi-levels in between, but there's 3 big main areas: the mind, body, and spirit. There's all different sections, parts of you, and what's happening in your body is directly reflecting your thoughts and your feelings. And it might be from an accident, your symptoms, and it might be from some disease that you picked up from somehow, or hereditary, something like Jenny perhaps. It's been a long-term condition. But it's still, no matter what, whatever's happening in your body, it is a reflection of your thoughts and feelings. And all these things can be understood. And so they can be understood. And so the second step, so now that you're connecting with your pain and your issue and what's happening for you, I want you to keep your eyes closed and start to listen to what's happening with your pain. So if your pain could speak, or what would it be saying? What sort of thing would it say to you? And if you find that that's a bit odd or that's a bit strange, it could be, then I want you to describe what you're feeling to yourself. Or write it down, or tell yourself verbally, how's it feeling for you? How does that pain feel? Is it intense? Is it deep? Is it coming and going? Is it moving around? Is it hurting? What's happening for you? Describe what's happening with your pain. And if you want to take it a step further, then there's a little a trick that's quite cool. Imagine your pain is a little person, and that person is that pain. And I want you to ask that person, how are you feeling? What do you want from me? What do you need to feel better? What's going to make you feel better? What do you need from me right now? Ask your pain now. Ask your little person pain, the big person pain. What is it you want right now? What can I do for you? What do you need to feel better right now? Just noticing, how you're feeling and how you're reacting to all of this. And of course, these are all exploratory kind of things, but also that we can be, it may be that you're a kind of person that is pushing against anything. There's one interesting fact about pain is that usually it's, especially when it's really deep-seated and been there for some time, that's it's I just lose my flow of thoughts for a moment. When things are deep-seated, we can tend to shut off some part of ourselves and kind of lock it away or block it away or ignore it. And so sometimes our reaction to things that are bad or negative or hurting in our bodies, we can switch off and block off. So don't be worried if I'm asking you to listen to the pain and all these exploratory opening things, that if you find that you are blocking and dismissing or blocking in some way, and that's quite natural as well. It just depends how you personally deal with things, and that's absolutely fine. And if you are blocking off to any exploring of your pain, then just note that as well. Here's V. V had back pain for a long time, months and months, and she loved playing tennis, but it was quite awkward around the tennis because she had to arrange her tennis according to what's happening with her back, whether how much time afterwards she'd have free to recover from the tennis that she loved so much. And she just wanted to get out there and play tennis, but her back was preventing her from doing that. And she didn't have anything sort of serious as such, but it was just a niggle and an ache and pain that stopped her doing what she wanted to do. And that can happen, when our bodies aren't functioning as we wish. She also didn't believe it worked for her, like most people, most of my clients, but she also gave it a go and she was thrilled. And this is what she said. By the way, your tip you gave me did help. I can't believe it. The ache in my lower back that's been there for months and months just wasn't there. Such a weird sensation. So even if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter. These steps work anyway. And the third step is change your life. Okay, easy for me to say. Change your life. Oh yeah, just change my life. That's fine. Well, what does that mean? So it's important to, up to now, the first two steps have been very detailed, very focused on the imminent, on the now, on the present, things going on. But, the whole tree still has leaves, still has roots, still has bark, it's a whole picture. And it's very important also, once you've addressed the immediate pain and symptoms, to look at the whole your life as a whole, And look at your, you might want to do a focus wheel on your life, or just think about your life as a whole. What's happening in different parts of your life? What's missing for you? What do you think about? What's your life about? Who are you? Who are you to people? Who's in your life? And is there anything you'd want different? Looking at the bigger picture is essential, because what's happening in your life, may be affecting your physical body on an nitty-gritty detail level, and it'll definitely be part of what's happening for you physically, because it's not just the immediate thing. We are multi-levels, and our awareness and our consciousness stretches far and wide. So looking at the bigger picture is a very good tactic to take to address and see if you can heal or help or support yourself in any missing areas. We all lumpy bumpy, we've all got issues, we've all got things going on. So there are many ways to help and soothe anything that you have particular challenges with. And you're not wrong, there's nothing wrong with you, you're human, and that makes you normal. But looking at the bigger picture is really important, and will have an effect on how you're feeling physically, emotionally, mentally too. Here's Jo's story. Jo had an ankle pain for months and months, and she struggled along. She had a desk job where she was standing at a desk, and she used to take painkillers, and she just suffered the pain, just pushed through it, as many of us do. I find over and over, many people just get on with it anyway. And she tried connecting with the pain, as you've done just now, and for her it disappeared. And not only that, but it stayed gone. I spoke to her a few weeks after she tried the techniques, and the pain was still gone. And here's what she said: the pain disappeared. Thank you so much. I have a standing job, as I said, and I used to get home, my whole foot used to throb, but now I don't feel any pain. And as I said, I spoke to her a few weeks after that, and she was thrilled. Such a simple technique, and it works. And the fourth step to helping yourself is invest in mentoring. Why should you do that? Everybody should invest in a mentor. We've all got friends or places we reach for when we want support. I always say it's like, you're living your own self is like you're living in a goldfish bowl. It's impossible to see the outside of the bigger picture when you're living your life within your emotions, within the things that you deal with, within your life, amongst other people. And when somebody, especially a professional person, looks at you from an outside, takes everything into consideration, it really helps to give clarity. And mentoring brings two things: new ideas and accountability. Keeps you on track and nudges you at the right times. You know this. There are ideas in your head right now that you wouldn't have had there if you hadn't made time for this webinar tonight, right? Physically especially, you can't take care of yourself if you're not okay yourself. If you're struggling on and pushing through the day and perhaps taking painkillers and doctors to see, and you're trying to manage your life as well, whether you've got children or not children, or living your life or running your business or your home, it has a direct impact to everything that you do. So if you're not taking care of yourself, then it's difficult to take care of other people, as you know. And a good mentor will also give you fantastic ideas and make sure you act on them, which is the more important step, isn't it? I mean, how many times have you picked up on ideas and thought, oh, that's great, I'll do that, but don't. The great mentor also puts together a powerful group of people all working towards the same similar goals, and this multiplies everyone's effectiveness enormously. And when a mentor has a group of people all working all with the similar ideas and similar needs, it's very easy to do that. Okay, so today I promised you how to get rid of your physical pain immediately. To listen to your body's signals to let go of pain. To support your whole life, to always feel healthy and happy, no matter what life throws at you. Of course life goes up and down, of course it does, but you have the techniques to stay centered, So you can always kind of bounce yourself back to the center and get yourself into a good feeling place and pain-free. So here's what you need to be pain-free right now. One is to focus on the pain. Focus directly, face the dragon, feel what's going, connect with what's happening for you, connect with it. And as I said, your mind will be going off, and you might be reacting to it. Bring your attention, your focus back to the focus on the pain. And the second thing is to listen to the signals. Listen to what's going on. Feel what's going on. How is the pain? Describe it. To balance the bigger picture, to look at your whole life in total and see what might be missing. And we all have missing bits. Nobody's perfect. It's all a lumpy, bumpy sort of flow of things, isn't it? But for everybody, there will be areas that can be improved with loving intention, and there are many lovely ways to do that. And it's not a difficult thing. It really isn't. And the fourth step is to invest in mentoring, invest in the support to get you to where you want to be. These 4 steps alone are enough to heal your body. And never use pharmaceutical drugs again. I use them myself. I teach a lot of people about these techniques, and I use them myself, and they work. So now we have a choice. You have a choice to leave things just as they are. Okay, lovely webinar. Thanks, Althea. See you later. And off you go. And things are exactly the same. No change. Or you can step forward and to improve things and let go and get things rolling for you and get to where you really want to be. So which way do you want to go? So here's how I can help, if you wish. I've set aside some time next week to speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas exactly for yourself and get your health started today. Cost is free. How's that? So here is this is for just to make sure that this is the right thing for you. If you're struggling with chronic health problems right now and you've tried loads of stuff and nothing's really been final for you and sorted things out properly, if you're ready to try another way to get the results you want, and you just know that there must be some other way to help. There's got to be another option than the drugs and the operations route and the classic route. In your heart, there's other things out there to help you. And if you're open to using alternative therapies, that's really going to help. I mean, as you've seen from the other ladies who've used these techniques, that to believe it's going to work for you is not essential. But just to be open to things, open to alternative therapies will be very helpful to get you started being pain-free. So why am I doing this? Why am I doing it for free? So on the call, when you book up for a call with me, I'm going to get you total clarity about the plan to heal your body, and I'm going to give you the exact steps to take to be pain-free. If you want me to help you, and we think we're a good fit for each other, if what I've been talking about so far has been resonating with you, and it's something you think you're interested in and like to go ahead and chat more about, find out how it can work for you, I would love to invite you to become one of my new clients I take on this month. And if we work together, you're going to get personal feedback, you're going to get support from me, full-on support, and you're going to get somebody who's actually going to listen to you and what's happening for you in detail. You're going to get breakthroughs, you're going to get transformations, you're going to get your big aha and pain-free. And these steps are designed to get you pain-free specifically. And they're used to get you pain-free immediately and to use at any time in the future, as well as raising your energy. And you'll get lots of lovely side effects. You'll be inspired. Inspiration comes in when you're flowing and the magic's happening. You're feeling your center. You will get flowing. You'll have inspiration. You'll have energy, and of course, pain-free. And and you'll be able to bob around. Get yourself into a good feeling place, no matter what life throws at you. I expect you to feel a shift in your symptoms immediately, as I said, and to get the hang of the steps within the first few weeks. And there are reasons why we have niggles and pains in our bodies, and so it can take a little bit of time. Although the techniques are immediate, with immediate effect, the techniques take a little bit of time. We get into patterns and we get into old stories. So, you know, I find that once, you know, one thing's unlayered, then other things can crop up. So it does take a little bit of time, but I expect you to get the hang of it after a few weeks. Just looking at questions, just 1 second. Okay. Fantastic, you're trying the techniques. Lovely, Lisa, wonderful. And here they are, give the techniques a go. I'll talk more about them in one moment. Okay, so if you would like to come and have a chat and see how these steps can work for you personally, I invite you to click on this link you can see here, this Tame Freedom Apply, and click on that, and you'll go straight through to an application form, and it's just to book in a date and time that suits you. And as I said, it's totally free. This is for to see how the techniques can work for you, and if you feel that they're right for you. And it's a free call. And you'll on the call, you're going to get total clarity. You'll know for sure whether it's something you'd like to do or not like to do. So there are 10 spaces available next week. And if you'd like one of those spaces, click on the link here, and you can go straight through and book in the time that suits you. And as I said, so everybody who has stayed to the end, thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you found the techniques valuable for you, and that you gave it a go. And Facebook was off at the time, so I will be putting a replay out shortly. So don't worry if you've missed anything and you've missed the techniques. You will get them again. We send them out again, and very shortly. So I'm going to have a look. If you have any questions, now is a fantastic time to ask anything that you want to know about. If there's anything you weren't sure about or anything you want to know, it's a good time right now. And as I said, when you book on this call, it's totally free. There's no obligation, but what will help you get is clarity about whether this is the right thing for you. So today on the webinar is a little kind of sample of how to go through the steps. But when you're on the call, we'll go through it for your own experience, what's happening for yourself in your body. And I'll talk through with you how they can work for you. And okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. And so to everybody who's joined up tonight, I'll be sending out a free half-hour deep healing meditation. And this is going to be really wonderful for anybody who's suffering right now or finds that things rise up in them and overwhelm you physically or mentally or emotionally too. Stick on the, I'm going to send it to the emails that you signed up with, and play it yourself. I'm talking you through how to release your pain, how to let go of painful symptoms, and you can use it any time of day and night, and you can use it 10 times over if you want to. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, please do email me or go to the Facebook group, which is Centre Healing. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I look forward to talking to you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.